What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. So I am here today at this place of worship. Please introduce yourself and tell people where we are.
So my name is Morgan Sentumbwe, and we are at the Baha'i House of Worship, the Mother Temple for Africa, standing on Baha'i Hill.
Okay, and so please share with us Baha'i. What is that?
So the Baha'i faith is an independent religion. eh? So it's not a sect as people think.
Yeah.
It's a religion of God which is brought to humanity for this age. And the Baha'is are followers of Baha'u'llah.
Okay. Now you mentioned faith, a belief. So God is the center focus of this belief.
Exactly. So, but in this essence, in his writings, Baha'u'llah, he said that God is unknowable in his essence.
God is what?
Unknowable in his essence. We can only know God when we recognize his divine teachers. And Baha'u'llah tells us that humanity has to embrace progressive revelation, whereby in every age, God sends a divine teacher to guide humanity based on that reality.
Okay. So do you follow this faith? You turn around. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. I'm a Baha'i and I'm a follower of Baha'u'llah.
How long you been a follower?
It's about now 8 years.
8 years.
Yes,
Were you part of any religion before this?
yes, of course.
And what was that?
I was a Seventh-day Adventist.
7 Day Adventist.
Yeah,
Uganda got a lot of religions in here.
of course, of
Yes.
course.
What do you find the difference between 7 Day Adventists and the
Baha'i faith.
Baha'i faith?
So, like, maybe I will share on just my personal
Sure.
experience.
Sure.
So, like, I grew up in the family whereby there were 7 Ds, Seventh-day Adventist. So, but just to tell you about what I learned, it was all about, of course, worshiping God, but of course, like as a young man who is growing, there are spiritual things which I wanted to explore more. And I was lucky to be part of the community building activities for Baha'is, whereby these community building activities, there is what we call the children classes, the junior youth empowerment program, the study circles. So I was part of this children classes early when I'm still what? A kid. So as I advanced further, that is growth, basically. So I just started asking myself several questions regarding my spiritual path as an human being, as a human being. So, but also for the Baha'is to declare your faith, you have to be 15 years and above. And just to tell you, I spent all my youthful age, a little bit, a part of my youthful age in what? In the boarding section. So I was not able to access these activities, to explore more in regards to religion. So I got a chance after finishing my A level. Then I came, because I knew friends all over here. So they engaged me in the process again. So I was so inspired, then eventually converted to be a Baha'i.
Okay. Does the Baha'i have a leader, a priest, a pastor, one who, we're sitting right here, you would call this what? A temple?
It's a temple, it's a house of worship.
A house of worship.
Yeah.
Do they have somebody who brings forth the word or leads the people?
So the Baha'i faith doesn't have clergymen.
Okay.
Yes. In his writing, he stated it that everyone was endowed the capacity to read and get inspired by heart. When you detach yourself and pray to God, definitely God answers your prayer. The same applies to reading scriptures in the Bible.
Yeah.
When you detach yourself and read a scripture in the Bible, with all the detachment, God guides you to find the meaning. So that is everyone is responsible for his or a spiritual growth.
Well said. So anybody can come here to
To
this
separate.
place of worship. Doesn't matter what religion, what faith, you can come here.
Yes, Baha'is, as I've told you earlier alone, that we embrace progressive revelation. We believe in oneness of God, oneness of humanity. eh? Those are some of the principles. Oneness of religion, oneness of God, oneness of what? Humanity.
One
So,
is what?
oneness of God,
One of God. Okay, one is
one,
of God.
oneness of humanity, and oneness of religion. All people from different backgrounds are welcome to come and talk to their God in the building there.
Okay. All right. Now, if you can share one other thing with the people, because it sounds like this is about a person's spiritual growth,
Exactly.
and that it is incumbent upon you to go further in your spiritual growth,
Exactly.
and that you're not really prohibited by a religion. Sometimes have you follow man instead of follow God.
Exactly.
This, you're saying, Baha'i
Eh,
has you follow. You are free to follow God
Exactly.
in what you, in your prayers and what you hear and how God leads you.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So have you found it more beneficial now where you are? Have you seen growth in yourself?
Yes, like I personally, I just find it more interesting, as I've told you, that we commune with all peoples
Yeah.
of different religions. Yeah, it's a
Turn
spiritual
this way.
journey which humanity is moving. And in his writing, he said that it's a process which is gradual. People who don't believe in what you believe in, it doesn't mean that they are what? They are enemies. But it's a path we are all moving, which is gradual. That's why we also have this principle of individual investigation of truth. eh. The Baha'is will never do crusades on what? On the roadside.
They would never what?
They will never do crusades. They don't do crusades. But
Do
they,
crusades on the,
yes,
okay.
but there are institute processes which they engage in, or they engage also people who are non-Baha'is. Their major aim is to enhance people's capacity, morally, spiritually, and intellectually. That intellectual, moral, and spiritual capacity, so that a person may be able to fight these disintegrative forces in society. In society, you have two forces operating. We have the disintegrative forces and integration. So usually the disintegrative forces, those are the bad habits. We see that society is falling apart. We see politics, the way it's tearing up the world. We see bad vices, doing drugs, like lesbianism, homosexuality. So all those things. So, but as an individual, when you're moving on this path, you get to know the disadvantage of all these negative forces, so that you align yourself to develop yourself as a person. It's a path which we are all moving.
I love it. I love it. I see how it aligns up with the scriptures.
Exactly.
Yes. And so, how long has this been here? This
So,
property. This is a beautiful piece of property. It's got one probably the better views of many places. So, how big is this land we're on, and how long has this been here?
so the temple, this hill, it's among the 7 hills surrounding Kampala, Uganda. So the temple was constructed, the foundation stone was laid in 1958.
Okay.
And it was dedicated to the public in 61. Yes, after the construction. So you can see that it has unique features. We see the 9 doors, the 9 edifices, even its design. So like for example, when you look at the 9 doors on the 9 edifices, as earlier said that Baha'is, we don't have clergymen, but instead in the passing of Baha'u'llah, when he's passing, he left his will and testament, whereby individuals had to formulate the administrative order. So in his will and testament, he put the formulation of the administrative order. So we have institutions whereby the highest body in the Baha'i faith, it's called the Universal House of Justice. It comprises of 9 members who are elected by the Baha'is all over the world. So every country where the Baha'i resides, we have the national spiritual assembly. It also comprises of what? 9 members who are elected by the Baha'is in that particular country. So on the local level where the Baha'is reside, of course, there emerges the local spiritual assembly, whereby the inhabitants, the locals, within that particular locality, they elect the local assembly.
This would be considered where one of the Baha'is or one of the members reside here in Uganda.
Yes, the locals and the nationals.
Okay.
But regardless, like we see that Baha'is are striving day by day to unite to unite the world.
Yes.
And we believe that humanity is one. Just as I've been explaining about the institutions, their major role is to guide humanity to its destination.
Okay.
So their major role is to protect and propagate the faith. So far now is 179 years. Since its inception in the world, it has never what? Got sects. As we see in different religions, we have many in Christianity, many sects. The same applies to Islam.
Baha'i. Who is he? Where is he from?
So Baha'u'llah. So Baha'u'llah is a messenger of God for this age.
Okay.
So its origin, the Baha'i faith originated from Persia.
From where?
Persia.
Paja.
Yes, present-day Iran.
Iran.
Yes,
Iran.
Iran.
Okay. Okay. I would make sure. So it originated in Iran,
Eh,
and Baha'i was an individual,
it was a messenger of God, but
a
like
messenger of God. Gotcha.
a messenger of God, like any special figures who are sent by God. Of course, they are special. We are
Okay.
not at the same station
I understand.
as them.
The 9 members are located where?
So the 9 members, of course, they serve these institutions, and they are elected. They are elected within the country or the locality.
What
Then,
countries?
like that Baha'is see this world as one what? Country. So it doesn't matter whether that these individuals have to be coming from what? This specific country, because the world is seen as what? One family. Just imagine, okay.
Is there one African on that membership board out of the 9? One
maybe,
African.
Maybe.
But you're not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to go down that hole, but I was trying to pull that out of you because I'm kind of curious, and people are going to be curious. What are the 9 members? I mean, who are they? Where they come from? Okay, so this is a beautiful piece of property out here, and it's been out here for a long time. You said that you're one of the supervisors out here, and
Yes.
you also give the tours as a tour guide.
Not really. I supervise activities.
And you volunteer.
Yes, I volunteered.
Yeah.
To do some small work here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you all for opening up the gate because y'all were closed today.
Yeah.
And my driver here convinced the guy that I was definitely not from here and I was leaving this weekend.
Yeah.
So y'all graciously opened up the gates to let me come and at least tour the ground. So I thank you for that.
Yes, you're welcome. But when it comes to the daily operation,
Yeah.
like these days, this is Friday.
Yeah.
Of course, there are some adjustments which were made by the institutions.
Yeah.
And but people who want to access the building, they are given access to it. Just
Even
to
on the
pray.
days you're closed.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we do.
I
usually.
even was told that you don't have to pay money to come here.
We don't charge any single coin.
There is not charging or anything.
We don't charge any single coin. All the services here are for free of charge. We want to create that spiritual environment whereby people feel comfortable to commune with God, regardless of their statuses, whether rich or poor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Exactly.
So when people come here to worship, there is no collection of money.
We don't charge any single coin. We don't. Even on Sunday when community devotions are happening, you'll never find Baha'i soliciting as they do in other churches, because the temple welcomes everyone. And if you're not a Baha'i, you are not allowed to give to the fund according to the writings of Baha'u'llah. You only give to the fund if you are Baha'i. And usually the processes which individuals, the Baha'is, go through giving to the fund, they know.
They give to the what?
Giving to the fund. They know the
The
processes.
fund.
Fund, okay, money.
Okay, got you.
Like tithe,
Yeah,
maybe.
I understand.
Yeah. So maybe the Baha'is also meet every 19 days. So every 19 days, Baha'is within localities meet. Eh? But it's called, that space is called the feast, whereby in it has three portions. We have the devotional portion, whereby people pray together in the locality. We have the administrative portion, whereby people share the advance of the faith, the activities happening in the locality, even giving insights or suggestions how to make it better. We have the social part, whereby people socialize.
Okay.
So in that space, people give to the fund. But that space, of course, is for only Baha'is.
You heard it here first, family. Thank you very much, my brother.
You're welcome.
Where can people find information about the Baha'i?
Yes, they can, on internet, they can go to the website www.baha'i.org or Baha'i Reference Library. Like different countries have national assemblies, and we have these structures all over the world. They can reach out to the national assemblies and see what Baha'is do in building the civilization which Baha'u'llah envisioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, family. This is your man. This is your
Morgan.
Go Black to Africa.